And we are under green in the first duel at Daytona.
A lot of nerves here, Kevin. A lot of new things going on, trying to figure out your car. There's cars in your mirror all of a sudden for the first time. New guy in your ear for half the field.
Well, and there's a lot of responsibility that starts as those cars start to form down the back straightaway. You see the second and third place car, and we're going to talk about spacing. You see them all spaced out right now, but as they push and shove and the lines start to move forward and back, the responsibility of that second place car is to be a good pusher, keep that gap as close as possible.
Even though Truex has timed in to guarantee himself a spot, he can move up in the order by being the first of these open cars to finish this race. Same with Helio Castroneves. Oh, trouble, car in the wall.
Zane Smith.
Keep it up, yellow's out here.
Cut a tire or something, Kevin. Just hung her right, have to look.
Cut it right front.
Yep, there it is.
Watch the 38, the green and black car, third on the outside.
Yep, right front tire went down. You're exactly right, Clint.
On this restart, we're going to listen to Brandon Monash. He's the spotter for Austin Dillon.
Be ready. Good fight. All rolling good. Back to the 9 with us, 71.
Well, guys, we've seen right off the bat, these cars are all jumbled up from how they started the race. You got some of the Toyotas and other cars that pitted one lap later to try to play the fuel game. So we've got a mixed up field and no flow to this race at all so far.
Now, Justin Allgaier is 17th overall, but more importantly, among the open cars, that number 40 is 5th.
Uh-oh.
Trouble.
Wrecking hard, stay down.
Oh, there is the 66. Chandler Smith in the wall. Hard. He was running third. And he is done.
You see some damage on the left front of Ty Gibbs. Chandler Smith's car is destroyed. That's a big hit. NASCAR's done a lot of work in the front of these cars to make them softer, so they will crunch up a little bit. But either way, that's a big hit.
And there is Castroneves. No. He was also involved.
That's two of your open cars.
He's got an off-track excursion there.
Car pushes great. You can see him come right to the back bumper of Josh Berry. Very good pusher.
All right, we've got some audio from Michael McDowell, who is contesting the penalty that has been assessed and has not come down pit road to serve it, and does now.
Not getting down. I mean, the 8-0s, unless they're calling the 45 and the 66, I'm not getting down.
I know, man. I've been up here the whole time. Travis is working up too.
Yeah, you never win those battles, as you see him serve his penalty there on pit road.
Speaking of battles lost, there's Josh Berry. Missed that block. Got shoved out, and all the way to the back he goes. That fast.
We complete lap 28 and go back under green. Chase Elliott, Ross Chastain, a pair of Chevys on point.
Yeah, and the more cautions that we have, the more aggressive these guys are going to get, because there is no real strategy to needing to save anything. So, when they don't have to work on the strategy saving side of it, they just go after it. So I don't anticipate this race getting any less aggressive.
White flag, 2.5 miles to go.
Man, this is awesome. Bubba's out front. Don't get it too far out front.
Yeah, and now that outside lane has been able to pull that second lane back, it's let all three lanes be pretty even.
He has officially lost his teammate. It's going to come down to turn 3. That three wide slowed them all down. Got 2 cars in between him and his teammate. Big runs to the outside.
One toy. Oh, and Dillon's in the wall. He moved up to the top to try to block the advance of Allmendinger, brushed the wall, but here they come for the flag. Wallace the leader. Byron on the bottom. Reddick in the middle. Dillon up top. off turn 4, and to the stripe. Bubba Wallace for 23-11 gets the checkered flag. All right, the Corvette pace car on pit road. And here come those Penske Fords, Cindric and Logano, to lead them to green.
It's going to be the old-fashioned crossover, Kev. There it is.
Tradition has it, if the first duel race is a big dust-up, the second will be very orderly, at least for a while.
Well, if that's the case, I mean, they're going to have to push and shove, and we've talked about it in the first race. You're going to have to block just like they did right there. To try to put yourself in front of the cars that are trying to make their way forward. And that's what we talked about, you know, losing the speed when the transition happens with everybody coming to pit road. You see the mistakes on pit road, but the guys getting in and out of their pit stalls, and now you see the field really spread out.
Want to watch these cars as they start connecting and find one another. The groups that stay together and do this more efficiently, that's where the speed is. You can see both groups here. Got that other group, the last group leaving pit road.
Yeah, you're going to see these guys go right by that group.
And the speeding police have nabbed Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, and John Hunter Nemechek. They have to make a trip down pit road at pit road speed, 55 miles an hour, while everybody else blasts by.
And you see now that he has disorganized this group enough to where he's going to be able to keep up with that pack.
They did a way better job than everybody else staying connected.
Look at these guys.
That's going to slow them down.
Well, Chris Buescher got up in the top lane, and Brad Keselowski was in the middle lane to block those guys as they were running. And that was a really aggressive block right there.
Slam as Suarez slams into Keselowski, and Bowman is a victim as well.
Oh.
That's that block you were talking about, broke that group up.
The closing rate was just too much to overcome there.
Well, that in the end, that's just the chance that you take. That's the strategy, to put your car in the middle of the racetrack. The RFK guys had a strategy to stagger their cars, and when it checked that group up, 4, 5, 6 cars back, whatever that was, caused that accordion and caused these cars to run into the back of each other and spin. Somebody spun somebody out here.
1 to go. That's Jones in the middle, getting swallowed up. Austin Cindric, second fastest car in Daytona in qualifying last night. He's going to be tough to beat if Joey Logano stays right with him.
Now, Eric Jones, if he gets a run, he might force those guys to have to move and make a block. No, Logano stays with his teammate on the bumper. That's that teamwork we talked about. Thank you, Joey.
Well, we saw a perfectly executed block right there by Eric Jones. Yeah, he's got a great pusher behind him with a Ford of Chris Buescher, but he did a great job putting that car in the right position.
Eric Jones on the outside, Buescher the pusher, Cindric alone as Logano's in the middle now. Here they come to the stripe, and they're all crashing behind Austin Cindric, who I believe has beaten Eric Jones by inches.
LaJoy
What
made
the
it across
heck
too,
happened?
so LaJoy is in this race.
What a mess.
Joey Logano does not appear to be in agreement with what Austin Cindric did at the end of that race.
No, I think they're just talking about everything that transpired, because so many things happen in such a small amount of time right there that the drivers need to understand.
They were so close.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
All right, so this is our camera, not NASCAR's official, and you see the caution light come on, and there are the cars, and realize our rooftop camera is at an angle to the cars on the racetrack. So this might not be a definitive angle of the finish.
This might get awkward here. Look at this,
Austin
guys.
Cindric has his first dual win.
Look at the look on his face.
And Eric Jones finishes.
Winner of Duel 2 is the 2 car. Time of caution, the 2 was ahead of the 43. Race winner is the 2.
That's the NASCAR official channel. And Austin Cindric has scored here at Daytona. He's already won a front row start for the Great American Race. Now he has the 10 points to go with it, the $50,000 purse, and the Duel win.